On to Global FX Radio, Daily FX contributor, the voice of Forex, Andrew Spanton's market wrap-up show on YouTube. What a day, people. What a day. What a freaking day. Can you say dollar absolute collapse? And I'm sorry I wasn't able to get you a YouTube on Friday. A lot of action happened, obviously, on Friday. The whole bailout of the U.S. financial system by the U.S. government. Oh my goodness. What do I have pound Aussie there for? Oh my goodness. This is a horrible situation for the dollar. The U.S. government is going to have to print over $1 trillion, maybe more, dollars in treasuries to pay for the buying up of this subprime crap. And I'll tell you what, this, euro dollar, it looks like it's going to 150. We're going to hit to these 50% retracement levels. Pound dollar, maybe 188. Dollar yen, I think, going through one par. This is just going to be horrible. Oil, gold, surging today. Bond yields surging. The bottom line is this. This is an massive inflationary move by the Central Bank of the United States. The fact that we're printing $1.5 trillion is so worrisome. The fact that they're going to be buying interest in companies. This is not capitalism. This is economic socialism. And obviously, in times of war, in times of crisis, the Treasury's saying it's martial law now. The Treasury's saying it's martial law, so they can do whatever they want. The bottom line is whatever they want to do. Unfortunately, the U.S. government cannot afford to do it, and this is setting itself up for like a Bank of England crisis where the U.S. tries to save the dollar and it can't. So I got to tell you, I am very nervous about the dollar right here. I think, yes, the dollar's had a massive rally, but the U.S. economic system and situation is not looking very good, and I think that the fact that we're printing all this money, it's a dilution. It cannot be good for prices in treasuries. It can't be good for inflation. It can't be good for anything except save politicians' asses. Excuse my friend. And the cronies and the lobbyists save them. And the paper pushers and the mortgage brokers and the stock brokers, the investment bankers, and save them. That's all it's going to do. And there's going to be more collapse. It's going to be more pain. It's going to be more economic Armageddon because the U.S. cannot afford it. So, looking at the charts, this is the hourly on the euro dollar. Euro dollar on the daily. Let's take a look at the daily chart here on the euro dollar. As we see from the highs, from the highs to the lows from our doji bottom call in the euro dollar. This 149.50 level looks like it's a given. We get through 149.50, stay low to the 61.8% retracement at 152. And that would make even sense. Maybe we get through that and we stall right there. Listen, I do think it's a potential for a turnaround Tuesday tomorrow. Tuesdays usually do mean reversal day. So if the carry trade is strong again tonight, I don't think it's going to be. I think the carry trade with the stock market down 370 points. Dollar yen rolling over like this. Look at this dollar yen. Nice channel line. I thought dollar yen might have a bounce with this whole, more of a bounce, so I was a little bit wrong on this dollar yen. But my bias is always to the downside dollar yen, so that's why I'm pissed off. But intraday, when the stock market collapsed, made a nice trade in this dollar yen. Bye-bye. But looking at the daily chart, it looks like we are going to probably push for the lows. We might even go down to 103. Something like this. Maybe 103.40. But dollar yen looks terrible now. The stock market couldn't rally. The financials did not like this whole buyout situation. It's going to cost more than everyone thinks. Very bad. Muy malo. Sterling dollar on the daily chart, another one. You got to go to your Fibonacci's and your channel lines because we're broken out to the upside. There are no downtrend channel lines. Sterling dollar is going to get to 188.20. That's the 50. And with euro sterling going up, euro dollar could get to the 61.8% retracement. And the euro US dollar, and sterling dollar, my bad, might go to 188.20 if euro sterling keeps going up. But looking at the longer term chart, listen, longer term, this was a nice big bounce. We broke through resistance. Our next resistance point, look at this spot right here. That's the end of 2006. Okay, that's big support I see at 188.16. So I think sterling dollar is going to 188.16 abso-freaking-lutely. This is where macroeconomics and technicals line up. Your perfect storm. And listen, my premium people, I think we were, 6 out of 8 yesterday? But our winners were huge. We're up like 120, 140. We lost 50, we lost 70. So, we bought the pullback in sterling dollar last night in Asia. Australia, we bought the pullback last night. And all these things are verifiable. Just email me and I'll send you what I sent out to them. I keep all of my sent emails going back to when I started giving trade calls. So if you want to research my picks, more than happy to oblige you. I'm a straight shooter. I don't bullshit. I don't lie. I say it the way it is. You know? Anyway, you're sterling having a nice bounce. I see a nice head and shoulders pattern here. Look at this head and shoulders. Now we might break a little higher because again, look at how the low, we didn't bounce off that low. And this is a little bit of a bullish indicator. Tonight's numbers are very important for euro sterling. We've got services PMI, manufacturing PMI out of France, Germany, and the Eurozone. We even have Belgium indicator number coming out 9 a.m. Eastern. So big European numbers coming out today. Should these, and I could see a bounce in this, so I'm not so sure about shorting this euro sterling. But if these numbers are weaker, euro sterling, if it's up, will be a nice short. So really, these numbers at 4 in the morning, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and 5 in the morning out of Europe, a.m. Eastern, are very important. I think this euro sterling is a great opportunity, but it does look good. This head and shoulders, again, I'd be more happy being bearish if this bounced off of 78. Then that'd be great. But the fact that it's ascending like this, it's making this an ascension. That makes me a little bit nervous. That could be more bullish. Over 80, we're putting a short out at 80.10 tonight. That's my short idea, and then stop is 80.60, right around here. But I'm looking for it to break it out, to break it down. So maybe they're even good numbers, and then it reverses on it. I think no matter, even if they're really good, I don't think euro sterling is just going to keep exploding like this. But maybe. Listen, it's a nice doji, right? Nice bullish engulfing today, closed strong. So it doesn't look so bad. London's in there on deep, dude. They're on the back foot. So euro sterling looks like it might want to bounce a little bit more. Euro yen. What a day in the carry trade, huh? Pull back and they went higher, baby. Pull back and they went higher. So that looks like, I think euro yen's going down, but maybe it goes higher first. We're short basically from 156.25 in my premium room, but stops I think 156.80. But I think that again, retracement wise, you got to look at the Fibonacci retracements. And with the stock market down, though, that's why my bias, macroeconomics and the reversal today, that's why my bias, it already reached the 38.2. But yes, it did break through. So it could go to 158, 158.40. That'd be the 50, and that would be a great spot, actually. Look at that, all that resistance right there, 158.40, 50. That's a big spot. So if euro yen gets there, I'd be looking for a nice turnaround Tuesday. That'd be up almost 250 pips from here, more. So if it gets there, I would pound the table on that as a short. But again, with the stock market being down so much, and sterling yen reversing a lot, Aussie yen reversing a lot, those went higher, like we said. And some of you are saying you want trade picks from me, but I pretty much am telling you what I'm saying. I'm telling you what my bias is, right? I want to be long the euro. I want to be short dollar yen to strength. I want to be long cable, right? I want to be short the dollar, and I'm looking to be short the carry trade into strength. Now, yes, the sterling yen does show me something, and this Aussie yen too. That's a nice doji. It couldn't take out 197. So I think if you're short sterling yen against 197, I think you'll probably get, this whole 190, maybe 194 level. Today's lows, I don't know if that's going to happen, but it could. Again, stock market was down, but bond yields were up, and the yen carry trade, if bond yields are up, the yen carry trade does tend to go higher. So that's something you want to be aware of. Very much so. Sterling dollar just popping right now. Time is 5:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dollar index. And again, people, if you have any questions about any aspect of my business, feel free to email me at info, @globalfxradio.com. Again, those of you that missed my webinar, that wanted to sign up for premium and didn't, it didn't record. So I did the webinar on Euro Sterling, how to calculate the cross and why it's such an important cross to look at. I did it, but it didn't record. So I'm doing it again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. So if you still want to sign up for a 1-week trial or to get the 3-month deal, you will get that webinar live in my premium chat room. And again, we're running, our numbers are running very high, but it's not going to stay like this forever. Again, dollar index looking very weak to me, obviously, but due for possible turnaround Tuesday. So I think the dollar, if it's weak, might reverse on Bernanke's testimony in the AM in Eastern, 10 a.m. Eastern. Andrew Spanton, Global FX Radio on YouTube, the only voice you'll ever need in Forex that makes you money.